atrás, para
Eu
ficar
acho que
mais
você tá com muito...
parecido.
And we are live. Hello, hello. And since it's my first time this year, Happy New Year. Hello, everyone. Hello, Nuno. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Very good to see you. Very, very good. We have a very interesting subject today, as always. But today's subject, it's something that really relates to me, something that I wouldn't say obsessed, but I'm really focused about, that is happiness.
Are you happy?
I am very happy, thank you. Even though I didn't sleep very well today, and this can impact on my overall happiness momentaneously, but I'm very happy, thank you. And about you?
I'm good. I'm very happy. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so what we are bringing today is what is happiness and what maintains, what sustains our happiness, how to achieve that, and why and how this is connected with this most ancestral way to train. So today, this is the objective. You want to start explaining a little bit about happiness?
Yes. I think one of the most important things when we talk about the subject is to separate the concept of happiness and excitement. Okay? They are not the same. Even though when we are happy, for example, for accomplishing something, for achieving a goal, we get excited, we go out to celebrate, we have that kind of celebrating moment, but that's not the happiness. The happiness is when you achieve, that the sense of accomplishment triggers something, and then as a consequence, you feel excited, and then you want to share a good moment with your friends or family, and then so it goes. So, but happiness is that internal feeling of, sometimes it's hard to put it into words, but it's something that feels good. Okay, somehow it's a sensation of feeling good about doing or accomplishing something. Okay, does that answer initially your question?
It was a good example when you said about accomplishment, because let's imagine you just accomplished, you got promoted in your job, in your daily job. You feel very happy. But I would say 2 or 3 months later, even though you are still in this new position in your work, this doesn't bring you happiness anymore. So this is not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We are not talking about euphoria. Oh, I'm going out. I'll go clubbing. I'm gonna drink a lot. Even though it's fair, this is not the happiness we are talking about. We are talking about that happiness that we can learn and study from the Scandinavian countries, where it's the combination of factors that gives you an index of happiness.
Yeah.
For example, safety, good food, meaningful relationships, promoting the well-being in your neighborhood or in the society, like having a good impact in the society that surrounds you, things like that. And those things together, combined, they create this sense of happiness. Because if you read or if you do a research about happiness, it's never related to go clubbing till 6 a.m. and drinking a lot and experimenting some new substances. It's not about that. It's about consistency. It's about having a meaningful life and a life with consistency. And the consistency, zero this consistency is what we're going to talk about. And why does it bring happiness? Like, talk to me, tell me about this consistency.
Well done. Yeah. So consistency, it's a nicer and more appealing word to our ears as discipline. Okay.
Mm.
And it's about creating good and mindful routines in your life that are aligned with your objectives, that through time. So consistency is a observed discipline in a life in a specific amount of time.
Mhm.
And so that means you are building a habit, for example, and then through time you are able to sustain that habit long enough that will support that sense of happiness.
Mhm.
Let's give as an example
Mhm.
sleep.
Okay.
Okay. The consistency of sleep is not always sleep. It means having a fixed schedule of time to go to bed, time to wake up,
Mhm.
and the amount of hours that you are dedicated to sleep is consistent
Mhm.
day by day,
Mhm.
which includes weekends, which include holidays, which
True,
includes your
true,
vacation. Okay.
true.
And that way, a consistency of a good night's sleep will support a sense of happiness
Uh-huh.
because you every night you're going to recover properly. So that means next day, I'm feeling better.
Mhm.
On the following day, it repeats or even grows because you're consistently sleeping better every night. Okay.
Yes.
That can happen the same with other habits such as uh, the self-care or hygiene. Okay, shower, taking brushing your teeth, and all of those variations of self-care that in many cultures they are daily, and most of them they happen many times a day.
Mhm.
They are also sustaining a happier life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regarding to nutrition, it can be a good choice of ingredients, but it can also be the schedule of your meals. It can also be sharing the meals with your loved ones. It can be the combination of all.
Yeah.
So it's never one thing.
Yes.
Most of the times, the happiness built with that consistency is a combination of small but mindful things that will support your sense of happiness.
Yeah, of
Okay?
course.
No,
And
no, go
for
ahead.
those and for those who are thinking, "Oh, this must be boring. I'm a creative and I don't want to have this like every day is the same in my life." Like we're not talking about that. Our lives are completely non
Linear.
linear. It's not the same every day. They're completely different. We meet different people, we do different things, we have different challenges, we have different projects that we are working on. We have a really rich agenda, and we are not boring. Like we don't have a boring schedule. But when you have those basics decided and those things that you don't want to use your energy or your decisions on that, that's already done. Then let's use our energy and our decisions and everything for the rest of the things. So, as this example that Nuno just gave, okay, we're going to go to bed every day at the same time and come up every day at the same time. Of course, there are days that this is not going to happen, but those are the exceptions. In a daily basis, I don't need to think about, okay, what time and I'm going to wake up tomorrow. It's already there, it's already decided. I know that I'm gonna do this self-care, the most ancient way to train or gym. I have that in my schedule. i
Mhm.
don't i don't go every day and do the same thing every day because that's boring, but I know the importance and the impact of those things in my daily life. So they are already in my agenda and in my schedule, and I do that every day.
Mhm.
So it gives me extra time and extra energy to use that the way I want to. When we were in New York, for example, you didn't have time to focus on your creativity. But here you do, because
Yeah.
we could manage the schedule, we could organize everything and say no to a few things, so you are able to go and have some time with your friends and with your band and do your shows, because this brings you happiness. But you don't have to say, okay, let me see if this Monday I can or not, because it's already there. You don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to decide.
That's true. That's true.
Right? It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. And also, since I come from a creative world, so I was studying arts and I did architecture and I'm also a musician. So many of my friends are creative people. Okay. And one thing that I observe is even creative people, they can be really disciplined and really consistency, even when creating. For example, an architect, even in a bad day, they will go to their office and gonna solve the problems during the project while drawing solutions. Okay, so they cannot just stop and wait for having the freedom of deciding when to solve the problem so they can send to the construction site so they can build properly. That doesn't happen. Even musicians that can they usually communicate a very life with freedom. I there are countless names of people that did one song a day challenge or one song a week challenge.
Wow.
And it was a very strict challenge, and they were able to do in a very, very creative way. So even to be creative, if you put a discipline or a challenge, I think sometimes the word kind of helps with the challenge of doing that every day.
So saying that a creative must have a messy schedule, it's just a lie.
It can
It's a
be
paradigm.
Yeah, it can be, because what many of the people are more into the creative world, they need to access their emotions, and many of the times being an outsider or a misfit, being different from the population, it gives the opportunity to find their own emotions in a different way. Okay, which makes a lot of sense, but that does not need to be universal. Okay, so it depends on your message, it depends on your inputs and outputs in the creative world. And I can see, and I have friends on both extremes, very creative but not disciplined at all, but also very creative and very disciplined.
Okay.
And it's about sometimes what motivates them to do what they do. So it's that kind of flexibility is not universal. That's what I want to do. And the same with us. We, as you said, we take our decisions to give our class, to do our trainings in our ancestral way to train, to do gym, and to have social life, to have meetings. But most of the times it's pre-established. At least I decided on the day before what is going to happen today. Okay, and we as a couple, most of the times we sit side by side checking our agendas, see how's your day tomorrow and how's my day tomorrow, and then we okay, we can still have breakfast together, we can still have lunch together, we can still have dinner together, because we value those things, and those things for both of us, they support our sense of happiness.
Exactly.
Okay, of course there are exceptions. I'm going to have a show this Saturday, so I'm going to leave probably at the end of the morning, close to lunchtime. So I'm not going to have lunch or dinner with you on Saturday. But that's the exception.
Exactly.
Okay? But it's contextualized. It has a meaning, it has a purpose, and both of us are okay with that.
Yeah, of course.
And I think that being fluid in a way for those exceptions not to become a rule
Mm-hmm.
or the default can be the tricky part for many people. Okay, like I'm gonna stay late tonight just to finish watch Stranger Things, but then the next day it's another series, and then it's another series. Okay, you can do that for one series, not for all.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so be mindful on those decisions. Do not make too many exceptions
Exactly.
a day or a week.
Keep them an exception, not a
Yes,
general rule.
yeah.
Okay, but no, this is everything so beautiful. But the main question is, how does this relate to our ancestral way to train?
Okay. Imagine that our classes are ways to experiment the elements that we are talking about. Okay. For example, we have challenges. We do challenge ourselves through physical positions or asanas or breath work or even meditation can be approached as a challenge. It is one thing. Also, that amount of time for yourself, kind of the self-care moment, the me moment that many of our students have. Oh, it's the time that I turn off everything and I turn on myself. Of course, with that, you're going to have a more structured way of making better decisions. And also our attitude during the classes, trying to find a pleasant way to evolve hard. It isn't, we never do it no pain, no gain. We don't have that as a motto of our classes ever. I'm gonna challenge you, I'm gonna grab you by the hand and put you to nice challenges, but your limit is your limit. Whenever you need to let go of my hand, you're free to do so. You need to respect your body that way. And that is so unique, will help you to build a happier life because you're going to start building a mindset of, oh, but if I need to make a challenge not related to our method, to our way of training, I can use that approach. I can use that sensory approach to the challenge. I can try to extract pleasure from even the small things and not just big rewards at the end. And it's so beautiful to see. Like I did recently a plank challenge with most of my students of in December being able to hold 5 minutes, and it looked impossible for most of them at the beginning. The huge group that achieved.
Amazing.
And most of them they shared, Nunu, I couldn't believe that I was able to do it. Months ago when we started, it was impossible.
Of course.
But coming here in a consistent way, so a disciplined way, a rhythmic way, it enabled me to achieve the time. The thing we're talking during the challenge, they help me to surpass the challenge. So it is not just about the position itself. It's how that inner dialogue, the instructions, the sense of community that all of us are trying to get an extra minute in the plank.
Let's go together.
Yeah, and plank is just an excuse. I would say excuse because it could be anything. But it just motivates people to keep going, keep going, keep going. It was lovely to do.
It is.
To do that. So that's how our ancient way to train that are very connected to our roots, to our attitude towards the class, towards the practice, can be a real lab in your life to use that and to build a happier and more mindful life.
And one of the things that I think it's most beautiful in this methodology, this ancient way to train, it's going to work in the cause and in the consequence. If you decide to do it, your consistency is going to be easier, and it's going to help you with your happiness. Then you're going to be more consistent in your life, and it's going to bring you, like, it creates a virtuous circle
Yeah,
that's amazing, because one thing feed the other in a good way, and
yeah,
it's so amazing. It's so beautiful. But no, at the same time, it's important to explain that this ancient way to train, the most ancient way to train, not everyone is going to like it. Do you
yeah.
have any experience with that, like students or people that you know that said, you know what, I really like you, I think it's beautiful, but I don't fit in this kind of training?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's obvious, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Even though everybody can practice, so that
Mm-hmm.
means uh, the way that we teach, it is very neutral. Okay, so in our attitude as teachers, it's a very welcoming class,
Mm-hmm.
but it needs to happen a match. It needs to make sense in to feel that, oh, this is how I would like to train my body and my mind.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, how the same way that they say in Spanish, no pasa nada.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are good. Okay,
Yeah.
that's normal. That's otherwise will be all the same, and life will be so boring.
Exactly.
Imagine,
Imagine if everyone would love yellow and not blue.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, please
I
don't.
just It just reminded me of a friend that we have. He's like our friend's best friend, and she does have a school, this ancient way to train school. Her best friend, even though he loves her, he goes to all the events, the dinners, and everything, the trips, but he doesn't like to go to the blue room to practice.
Yeah.
It's not what brings him pleasure. So I was watching this. I think she's a psychologist and a neuroscientist,
Hmm.
and she was teaching how we can do, like, what can we use not to give up on our January decisions in February, especially related to training, to
Hmm.
train your body to bring, because we all know the importance of that in our happiness, in our health, in our longevity. So she was saying, okay, I'm going to teach you how to get to the end of the year and don't give up on your exercises. And she said that two important things. First, choose something that you like to do. At least you don't hate to do. This is the first thing. For example, if you like dancing, go dancing. If you like swimming, there are those people that swim in the middle of the winter. Go swimming. If you like to run, go run, but do anything that brings you pleasure. This is the first thing. And the other thing, put it in your schedule. Like, you don't have to decide. And this is what we do, Nuno and
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
since we moved into Portugal, because New York was, you know, guys, New York is crazy. We didn't, even though we would walk a lot, like thousands and thousands of
Those
steps
steps.
a day, and stairs on and stairs down, we didn't do a schedule of training, physical training. We have our ancient way to train, but not a gym training. And it's good to do those cardios and uh, the machines to bring you strength, to develop strength. So since we came here, we decided, okay, this is something that's non-negotiable. We will have to do our physical
Hmm.
exercises. So we just put in our agenda, and it's there. You don't have to decide, oh, am I going today or not? It's there. Like, don't even think about it. Don't waste your energy with that. We wake up, we have our breakfast, put the clothes on, and go.
Go.
So you don't have to think about it. You're not gonna waste your energy to decide when or where or how to go. No, we just do. And this is something that you can try to do. And a personal example of mine, I know I prefer, or I am more into doing things with somebody. It's something that works for me. So I prefer to do your classes than to do my own practice.
Hmm.
So if I like it better, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So I go to Nuno's classes, even though I have 30 years of experience, and of course I could do it by myself. I prefer to go this way. So if I feel better about this is how I'm gonna do it. So I put in my agenda, and it's
Hmm.
done. It's done.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a good tip as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also for us as teachers,
Hmm.
as uh, our relation with gyms or exercise at the gyms, if we say it as a compliment, not because it's incomplete,
Hmm.
but because we do spend a lot of hours of our week teaching, and we
Hmm.
need to teach and to provide the right instructions, the right amount of time for our students. It's always personalized. Okay, it's not a pre-recorded in my head that I just spit it out during the class. I'm watching, I see the challenges, and so even though if I have an idea, I might change it. Okay, and
Hmm.
I usually change it.
Hmm.
But you take a lot of decisions by doing that, by teaching so many classes. So sometimes the gym, it is a moment to do something out,
Unrelated.
unrelated to what you are usually doing because you're doing that with that subject every day, and you're just doing it in a different way. And how many times when I'm isolating a muscle in a gym, I say, oh, this is exactly what I can do in that other position. So I learned through my experience a lot of interesting details of my body because I'm doing that kind of isolation within the machines.
Hmm.
But that knowledge, that experience will help me. One student that is having a hard time in a specific position, try to engage this muscle. Oh, it worked.
Nice. Yeah.
And it's always, we are not just we are always learning. As teachers, we have that eternal student paradigm, okay? And so I'm always trying to collect right information, uh, and then but then when I go to the class, this is when I feel good. This is
Hmm.
when it brings me actually very pleasant
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah.
body related,
Yeah.
okay,
Agreed.
more than the gym. And
Always.
then I can even value more our classes.
True.
I'm not comparing, but that's my internal
Uh-huh.
feelings. How complete, how comprehensive this practice is, and how I can support the evolution of my students in that way.
Hmm.
And it's so mind blowing, and I feel so honored to be able to teach classes. So and that's a kind of very personal thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so if you want to know if it's for you or not, I have an invitation to do. Come here, try. You have 14 days free trial, no cards required, no commitment required, anything. Just 14 days so you can try and you can decide if it's for you or not because it can happen. We have the link in our
Description and
description
bio.
and
Yeah.
in our bio. And I hope to see you in one of our classes. Have a mindful week and see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.